you for joining me once again. Welcome to the next video in my series. Um, I am Lynn Mitchell, and you can find me at www.thebestyouever.com. That's www.thebestyouever.com. Or you can email me at slynnmitchell at thebestyouever.com. That's S as in Sam, L, Y, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, ITCHELL at thebestyouever.com. Now this is the next video in our series. Our videos right now are not numbered, but this is the next one. And this video is going to be um, dealing with adversity and coming out of a depressed state. And a lot of people get a lot of ideas, different ideas, when they hear that word depressed. And it can actually mean a lot of things. Now, if you'll notice, if you've looked at any of my videos before, you'll notice that this particular video is in a different format. This is more of an instructional format. I want to give this one a shot because I've got a lot of valuable information, and I really want to try to get as much information over to you as I can in a small amount of time. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to be giving an offer for a free gift of additional information on this topic. I think that everyone can use this information. When we're focusing on adversity, it presents itself in so many different ways. Your mood can be that of, you're highly depressed, you're facing a really big problem, or you've just got the blahs, you're just not feeling like yourself, you're just depressed, you can't come out of it, you're just feeling a little blue. So when people hear depressed, they kind of think, they may think of one thing like, the big clinical depression, which is on the furthest end of the spectrum and is very serious and may need to be treated with therapy and medication. But then they could also be, when you speak of depression, be talking about the less serious form of it, which could just be the blues. Just be the blahs, or something isn't going right, you're just down in the mouth because something hasn't quite worked out the way that you had hoped it would. And for that reason, you've got to be able to decipher where you are and what you can do about it. And there can be times in that depression it just feels like the world is falling out from under you. The ground is falling out from under you, just caving in. I can't seem to get it right. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. I can't focus. I can't get anything straight. I just don't feel good. Somebody has upset me. I'm not happy about something. Just fill in the blank. And honestly, when you get there, that's the point where you really need to try to get up out of that. You really need to try to rise out of that feeling. The problem is that I fully recognize from experience that can be easier said than done. When you're really down in the mouth, when you're really feeling blue or depressed, somebody coming by telling you cheer up usually is not going to make you just cheer up. But it is so important that when you do really get down and you do really start feeling badly about something, that you do find a way to rise up out of it. And I am speaking from experience, seriously, because I've had some pretty hard times myself. I've had to deal with some pretty bad things, but it is time when you get down there, you find yourself falling into the abyss of adversity or depression or whatever it may be, that you bring yourself out of that situation and you bring yourself out of it quickly. One of the problems, though, is that when people do find themselves in a depressed state, they want to start using the wrong things to anesthetize the pain or to cover the pain. They want to use things that aren't healthy for them, or things that will give them a temporary fix and it won't be fixed. The depression comes right back. Other times you have people that can help bring you out of it. Folks that are cheerful and encouraging, people that can really bring you up and help you out. And that's a good thing, assuming that you have people that are positive and bring positive energy to you, assuming that they bring you encouragement and that you get encouragement from them as opposed to being dependent on them for your being happy. That is a problem. When you become dependent on someone else for your own happiness when they're not around, you're back in that adverse, that bad, depressed state. That's not a good thing. That's not where you want to be. So, you want to ask yourself that if these are things that you're using shopping or work or some external factor or a person or anything else to bring you out of this state, what happens when none of these things or people are available to you? What's going to happen to you when you're in that bad state, you're in that adverse state, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling the blues, you're down in the mouth, something has happened, and you're feeling despair, and none of your regular things that would normally help you are there. None of those external factors that bring you joy or bring you out of your state is there. That's when you need to have some techniques that will help you come out of that state no matter where you are, no matter when it hits you, no matter what is going on. You need to have something that you can use that will bring you up and bring you out every time you start to feel those feelings of despair. Every time you find yourself feeling the blahs. Every time you're unable to focus because somebody has said or done something you don't like. You can't wallow in that situation because if you wallow in it, you can't move forward. So you're going to have to find something that's going to bring you out. And the reason why is because you want to be able to control your thoughts and emotions because your emotions and your thoughts are the basis for whatever your next move is going to be. Whatever your progress is, your prosperity, your decisions, whatever you're going to do, your thoughts and your emotions are the basis for whatever your next move is going to be. So you want to have something at your disposal to be able to use, a technique to be able to use to pull you out of despair and dismay and depression when it comes upon you. And you want to have a technique that'll assist you in refocusing yourself and getting to your goals. Or just a technique that's going to be able to pull you out of funk. Sometimes you're just in a funk and you just want to get out of the funk. I know I've been there plenty of times where nothing's wrong, I'm just in a funk, or something has happened and I'm in a funk. Sometimes you're just in a funk and you just want to get out of it. And you want to be able to find something. You want to be able to have a technique that you can use that can help you to release feelings of hopelessness or feelings of helplessness, feelings of despair, anger, just, spinning your wheels, not being able to go anywhere. And you got to be able to understand that these feelings, they don't last forever. They don't last always. You won't always be in that place where you find yourself in despair. One day it's going to be a memory. True, it'll be a bad memory. But that feeling of despair will only be a memory. And yes, I am talking from personal experience. I am talking about a time or more times than one where something didn't go the way I wanted, or somebody said something that I didn't like, or I got into a fight with my family and hurt my feelings. It was heavy on my heart, monkey on my back, and I couldn't shake it. I was angry about something I may or may not have even had control over. It's just there and I couldn't fix it, or I could fix it and I didn't, or I wanted to find a way to fix it and the solution wasn't coming fast enough, but I was angry about it. Just any time where I was just not feeling like the world is my oyster, and I should never feel that way. I should feel like the world is my oyster every day because the world is my oyster. So now, when I get in that way, and when you get in that way, we have to have something internally, something at our disposal, immediate disposal, that can help us come out of that place of despair. And I know of many different methods that you can implement that can help you come out of this despair. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to share one of those methods with you as a free gift for joining my mailing list at thebestyouever.com. Again, it is a free gift. It is nothing that you buy. It is something that I want to give to you free so that you can be able to implement it and come up out of despair and the blahs and the blues and depression and whatever else you may want to call it that causes you not to be able to move on and live to your fullest potential. What you have to understand is that you are the energy that you elude. You are the energy that you give off, and you will attract that energy to you. Have you ever been in a place, say for instance, you're at a party or you're at some kind of gathering, some kind of social gathering, and into the room walks someone and the room lights up? They're the life of the party. They come in and there's laughter and they're having a great time and everybody wants to be around them. That's the social butterfly. This is the party starter. They're the ones who are eluding this positive energy of, oh, let's have a great time. I'm having a good time, and you just want to be around them, and they're making you feel great while they're around them. Now, there's also the person that shows up in the room, and they're just pretty much nobody knows they showed up. They kind of slink quietly in. It's very ineffectual, uneventful. There's generally no shift in the energy in the room. They just kind of come in, and if they're lucky, they blend in with the crowd. This is the neutral nobody. This is usually the wallflower. The person that just comes in and doesn't move the tide left or right. They're just here. But then, of course, there is that one guy. He shows up and he's complaining about everything. It's too hot, it's too cold. The drinks aren't any good, the food is terrible. He had a horrible day at work, everything is bad. Wah, 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 wah. When he comes in, everybody looks up and it's like, oh Lord, he's here again. Oh, here he goes. Let's go outside on the balcony so we don't have to talk to him. This guy is Mr. Nasty. He's the naysayer. He's the one that brings all the negative energy into the room. He's the one that causes the party to just shift into nothing. So you've got, from one end, you've got the social party starter, the social butterfly, who can shift that party into overdrive. And then you've got the wallflower, who can shift that party into neutral. But finally, you've got Mr. Nasty, the naysayer, who can basically shift that party into reverse if it's going in a great way or cause it to come to a screeching halt. This is because these people each have an aura of energy. Either their energy is positive, their energy is negative, or they have no energy at all. There's this not eluding anything. And this is why I say that you are responsible for your energy. You are the energy that you elude. You are the party starter, the social butterfly. If you come into the room and everybody is all of a sudden motivated, they want to do things, and oh my gosh, let's get this done, let's get that done, or people are happy to see you. That is a proof positive that you are eluding positive energy. But then you are eluding negative energy if you're that guy that everything comes to a halt when you walk in the door. You are just eluding the negative energy. It is an aura that just comes off of you and it is jumping off on everybody else. Now, you could either be that person that's eluding that energy, or you could unfortunately be the person that has had that energy jump off on you. But if you are in either one of those situations, you want to come up out of it as quickly as possible. You can have your attitude be either one of the spectrums. You can be happy or you can be unhappy. You can have an attitude or an energy of success or that of failure, however you define success or failure. You can be that one that eludes the energy of the life of the party, the positive one, the optimist one, or you can be Mr. Nasty, the one that brings everybody down, Mr. Pessimistic, Mr. Woe is me, Chicken Little, so to speak. And what I want to do is I want to be able to share with you that tool that will allow you to go from Mr. Nasty, Mr. Pessimistic, to Mr. or Miss Optimistic, the life of the party, the one who is just going to be, everybody's glad to see you when you come. And the good news is that you can practice this technique often. It's going to take practice for you to be able to master it. It's not something that is hard to do. It doesn't take all of your life. Oh my gosh, I don't understand it. It is very easy to understand. It is very easy to do. And once you practice it and you continue to practice it, it'll actually become second nature. People will honestly be constantly wondering what your secret is. People will be asking you what your secret is. And like I said, you can practice this technique. It'll allow you to rise up from that place of sorrow. It infuses you with power and with positivity. And that is the first step to being able to focus on your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. Being able, that infusion of power and positivity, it focuses positivity on those things that people are telling you that can't be done. It focus positivity on those things that you have set up as your goals, those things that you have decided that you want to do, that you want to move forward. This is what this technique will do. It will have you take control of your life. It'll have you take control of the situation by infusing that power into your life. You'll be able to take control over the basic thing that dictates what your next step will be. You'll be able to take control over what is going to happen next. The basic thing that dictates what is going to happen next in your life. Your emotion and your thoughts dictate what you are going to do next. So when you find yourself in a bad place, in a low place, in a place of despair, you have to get control over those emotions and those thoughts if you want to focus and take the next step. And this technique that I want to share with you will help you to do that. And rest assured, this is something that you'll be able to use over and over again for the rest of your life. It's a practice that you will see, you will learn it, you will use it over and over again for the rest of your life. I do it. It's something that I actually practice. It's not something that I'm trying to tell you and I haven't done myself. It's something that I actually practice. So it's so quick and it's so easy that I really would like to share this with you. So I just ask you to go on over to my website, www.thebestyouever.com, and join my mailing list. And once you join my mailing list, I can shoot you right over that free gift. It's a downloadable file, very easy, very quick to read, very easy to look at, step-by-step instructions. It also comes with a video backup if you want to look at the video. If you want to look at the video and follow the reading at the same time. If you need a refresher and you don't feel like doing the reading and you just want to look at the video, you'll have both of them at your disposal. Again, they're both downloadable, very easy to do, very easy to follow, and very easy to learn. So I'm hoping that you will go on over to my website and join my mailing list and get that free gift and get your life going off to its fullest potential. And again, I thank you so much for joining me and for listening to me. Again, you can scoot on over to www.thebestyouever.com. The address should be up on your screen right now. Or you can shoot me an email if you like at slynnmitchell@thebestyouever.com. That address should be up on your screen as well. And you can just tell me that you saw my video and that you're interested in that free gift, and I'll get it on over to you. I thank you once again for joining me and for taking a little ride with me on my journey and for allowing me to take a little ride with you on yours. And hopefully I will talk to you again soon.